are people just okay with the way that the economy is right now? I mean,
No, that is why a lot of Americans are not paying their bills, and that is why 9 million people did not elect to pay their student loans. I think it's just that we're done complaining about it, and we're just going to just stop paying for everything. Health insurance is a scam, insurance is a scam, rent is a scam, food is a scam, jobs are a scam, living is a scam. We're over it.
I don't understand how people overcome poverty in America. I really don't. You know? I've been working since I was 16 years old. I helped pay my parents' mortgage when I was still in high school. I'm 32 years old now. I don't even have a mortgage. I don't have kids. I don't have anything to show for all this time that I've paid into the system. I went to college. I have a bachelor's degree. My parents never graduated college. My parents didn't even graduate high school. I'm working on my second bachelor's degree, hoping that this one sticks. You know, like, I was paying for nursing school, half loan, half out of pocket. And COVID hit. And now I'm looking at my last quarter of nursing school and I'm realizing I'm not going to be able to graduate. I'm literally out of money. And not because I failed classes or I did something wrong. I did everything right. It's just because I'm poor. I was born poor. I'm still poor. They want me to die poor. I don't know how you guys do it.
Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back to Trending Pulse Worldwide. If you're new here, my name is Amy, and I'm so glad you stopped by. This is where we break down what's really going on in the world. No sugarcoating, just real talk and real conversations and reaction. And before we jump in, go ahead and tap that subscribe button, hit the bell so you don't miss any of these deep dives, and leave a like if you've ever looked at your grocery receipt and just had to laugh to keep from crying. So today, we are talking about something that's hitting home for everybody right now. The cost of living in the United States. It's not just high, it's outrageous. And people are out here spending $100 plus on groceries and walking out with 2 bags and a bad mood. And for many families, that's a week's worth of food if they're lucky. Now, in one of the clips you're about to see, someone spends over $100 at the store. And when you see what they've got for that money, honestly, it's depressing. A few basic items, nothing fancy, nothing extra. And boom, over $100 gone, just like that. And it's not just one person. This is becoming the new normal for millions of Americans. So let's take a look at what people are experiencing firsthand, because these are real folks showing real receipts and trying to figure out how they're supposed to make it when everything from bread to baby formula is costing more and giving less. Let's take a look.
So let me chime in on how people are making it right now in America with inflation at an all-time high. People that are making $35 an hour, $40 an hour are still broke. So you wonder, am I the only one feeling this? I know you guys are driving around in your city, seeing people still at the grocery stores, still in the fast food lines, still acting as everything is normal. But there's one thing that, if you haven't noticed, people are not using their money to survive right now. They're using credit cards. And if you look at America's credit card usage right now, it is at an all-time high. Most families are already maxed out. And I'm going to tell you one thing that's going to send everything into let's say a bad spot. They're not going to pay these credit cards back. They're spending knowing that they're not going to pay these credit cards back. And so now that these people's credit cards are maxed out and credit companies are no longer giving them money to survive and buy their food, because we don't have any help in our food. If you make money like I make money, you go to that grocery store, or your wife goes, because I haven't been in the grocery store in I don't know how long, but my wife goes to the grocery store. And if we don't spend $600 or $700 on a grocery trip, I'm surprised. But my situation is different. I have a lot of kids, but you wonder how people are making it out here.
This is $100 worth of groceries. $100 even. That's before taxes. $100 right here.
Here's a grocery shopping bill in 2025. You know how much stuff I got? Look at this. For $102, this is all you can buy now.
If you're thinking about leaving the U.S., you won't have that option long. And you might be thinking to yourself, he's saying that because what? The Orange Goblin is going to prevent me from doing so? Indirectly, yeah. As the tariff war continues, inflation continues to increase, which means your spending power decreases. Maybe you're banking on your stocks. Well, it looks like we're in the midst of a recession, so those asset values might be going down. Remote work federally? Remote work or jobs, period, are in jeopardy. Because as corporations struggle to remain profitable as the cost of goods increases, they will always turn to layoffs as a way to keep their profits high. The point I'm trying to make is that there are subtle and not so subtle things that this presidency is really doing to keep a firm grasp on Americans, keeping them inside of this ever-going hamster wheel.
They've already seen it get much better. The price of groceries are substantially down.
No, they're not. Are you kidding me? If you would drag your Cheeto Puff-looking face to a grocery store, you'd see prices are through the roof. I'm over here clipping coupons like it's my second job just to bring prices down.
I got a $14,000 ER bill for just being there for 3 hours. $14,000. Living in the USA without health insurance is wild, like wild. And I grew up without health insurance and have so many stories about this. But this right here, this particular instance, I had extreme stomach pain.
And I thought it was the UK that was on its arse. Seems like these Americans are really fucking struggling with the cost of living crisis. Check this video out. Tell me it don't break your heart. How can someone earning $80,000 a year be struggling to live?
And we are literally the brokest we've ever been.
But I'm making the most money I ever had my entire life. My husband and I, between the two of us, gross, make like over $80,000 a year. And if you told me a few years ago that $80,000 a year was not going to be enough for a family of four.
I make more than what I made back in 2015. But I am still literally living paycheck to paycheck.
I have to work 60 hours a week and make $80,000 a year to make ends meet. That's insane. I can't even begin to wrap my head around it.
Financially, I don't understand anymore. I don't understand how I make $34 an hour and I can't function. I can't function. I can't pay my bills.
Why does Florida insist on making it so hard for single parents? I'm trying so hard not to lose my shit, trying so hard to keep it all together, but this is ridiculous. Maybe it's just crazy how my son was excited to go to school. Everything was great. Yesterday, I drop him off to 4th grade, only to get a phone call 30 minutes later talking about, oh, I need you to come pick up your son because your son no longer goes to the school. What? What do you mean my son no longer goes to the school? Oh, Florida did this rezoning thing, or our county did, and now he goes to a different school. What? Okay, I'm confused. What school does he go to? They tell me the name of the school. I look it up on my phone. It's 20 minutes away from my house. I'm like, this doesn't even make sense. This school is 5 minutes away and it's across the street from my high schoolers, so they can pick him up or drop him off. If I can't drop him off to school or pick him up from school because of work, they do it. You know, that's how it's always been done. Already, I'm struggling at it as enough. I apparently don't qualify for food stamps because I make too much fucking money. Explain to me where when I barely make enough to pay rent. I'm sick and tired of just trying to move forward and constantly failing. Like, when is it that it's gonna get better? I feel like we're living a movie. Everybody is suffering.
Now, that $102 haul, honestly, it looked like a snack run, not a full grocery trip. And there was barely anything there. And yet, that's what it cost now. And it's quite sad that the economy is squeezing people and the gap between paychecks and prices is getting wider by the week. And what's wild is, it's not just people on low income feeling it anymore. Even folks who used to be comfortable and now budgeting like they're broke. It's the new survival mode. And yeah, tariffs and political shifts are playing a role. With Trump back in office, some of these policies, especially around trade, are starting to bite. prices are creeping up and everyday people are the ones taking the hit. And what's even funny is people who once laughed at inflation memes are now holding up their receipts like they're crime scene evidence. And if you've noticed, no one's arguing about avocado toast or Starbucks anymore. It's about bread, milk, and toilet paper essentials. Well, a lot of people are calling this the magafafo season, you know? You F around and find out. But even if that's true, the sad part is everyone's feeling the consequences now, not just the ones who voted for it. So guys, let's have this conversation in the comments below. Drop your thoughts. I want to hear your stories. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching Trending Pulse Worldwide. So guys, stay sharp, stay safe, and stay ready because surviving this economy is starting to feel like a full-time job. See you in the next one. Bye.